I'm Grace Shemaine. I'm the president of the League of Women Voters of Texas, and I'm here today with Linda Pavlik, who is the issue chair for Open Government. Exciting. So tell me about the position of Open Government that the League has.
Open government is the very basis, if you will, for democracy. We need to know what the government's doing. But information is helpful for all of us to understand the process. Because if we don't trust government, we as voters don't trust government, we may or may not actually exercise our right to vote.
Well, I really appreciate your time and efforts on this issue. I think it's a very important issue to the League because it impacts almost all the other issues. Tell me more about the Sunshine Coalition that you are working with today.
The Sunshine Coalition is a wonderfully exciting group that came together after the last legislative session, 2016, when there were a number of bills that found themselves just on the cutting room floor and not moved even out of committee, given the pushback from certain populations, certain legislators that were using them sometimes as a tool to get something else they wanted or vice versa. But it was very messy. As a result, we've got conservative groups, we've got liberal groups, we have straightforward non-biased groups like the League, and we're at the table and building consensus among ourselves by collaboration, by looking at data, and then taking that forward and using that for discussion purposes with representatives and senators to, at this moment in time, draft legislation for full consideration by the bodies. The variety of people involved is what makes it very interesting to me and somewhat unusual. The fact that people can agree on something as open and straightforward as transparency in government is, to me, what will keep us going forward.
Can you give me some examples of how our open government position can be used to help our other positions, such as gerrymandering or voting in elections?
Being able to access government files that have been compiled, put together with government resources, and that translates to tax dollars for us. That is a huge resource for us to understand the basis for the conversations that are occurring.
Okay.
And then furthermore, being able to see whatever path forward, or we might see proposals that after we understand that maybe they're not based on facts, that perhaps we need to go another way, and we will encourage our legislators to do that.
All right, well, I really appreciate it. Are there any last thoughts you'd like to give the members?
Everybody needs to stay tuned, obviously, because there will be opportunities for all of us to talk to our legislators about making certain that this goes forward. Just quickly, I will say, 25 years ago, Texas was one of 2 or 3 states in the Union that actually had some of the most powerful, the best open government records. We are now falling way below everyone else. We're one of the lowest as far as how we open up our records.
That's disappointing, and I hope we do better this legislative session. It is our time. People are coming together, and I think there's a lot of opportunity there for improvement.
Lots of high energy too. So thanks, Grace.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll talk to you later. Thanks so much for joining us.